Alright, let's get some recording done. So, just played this game today, if I remember correctly. Here's game one against Affinity. We actually go to 3 games here. Here's the deck that I'm running right now. For the most part, it hasn't changed much. That's weird. Oh, you know what? That's not it. Let me fix this. There we go. Save. There we go. Load. There. Okay, difference is that Padim right there. I started testing the one of Padim in the sideboard instead of the second seal of Primordium. I wanted to go ahead and give it a shot. I figured it might help out with the Jund and the Tron matchups. So, aside from that, it's everything. Well, actually, everything's still the same as all of this is on my tapped out page. Trying the Spire of Industry too as a one of to try to help stabilize that mana base to accommodate the blue card and the Academy Ruins and make sure that I had a couple of times now where I'd have colorless mana and it'd be a little bit off. So, I figured I'd give this a shot. So, anyways, onto the game. It seems like a decent hand here. I mean, turn 3 bridge, everything looks good to go. But you look at my opponent's hand here, and this is just the nuts, you know? Holy crap balls. So, yeah. Here, let's do this. Yeah. Pretty nuts there. I'm like, uh-oh, well, I hope I survive. So, turn 2 master, and then swinging with the cranial plating on that ornithopter. Yeah, that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A 7, 2. No, wait, 7, 8. Is that 8, 3 actually on the second turn? I'm like, well, crap. This is poopy. So I needed a collective brutality here to survive. Unfortunately, I do not see it. And yeah. So I'm like, okay, well, I went ahead and milled anyways with that Go Color spell just to try to get a little bit more information about my opponent's deck. I figure it's a stock Affinity list, but, you know, just in case, I'll get some info. So game 2. What's interesting is my opponent goes for the transformational sideboard. My sideboard plan here is I sided in Pithing Needle, Seal of Primordium, and Padim. And I want to say I took out my 3 surgical extractions here. And so anyways, on the game 2, opponent does transformational sideboard into grinding station combo, which is very interesting. I figured I'd keep this hand. Yeah, they could have the nuts again, but I think I kept this hand. Yeah, I said right there, keep. But I figured this time Needle might slow down my opponent. But yeah, if you look at the Enduring Renewal, my opponent has infinite combo right here with Grinding Station, Enduring Renewal, and Ornithopter. I'm like, I didn't realize what was going on. I just figured it was still going to be a fast Affinity game. But I was tempted here to mill myself, but I was really afraid that my opponent had sided in surgicals. There was the chance. And of course, I didn't want to mill my opponent either because they might have Ancient Grudge, and I'm not ready for that. But I did side in the Padim. So as soon as I saw the grinding station, I was like, oh crap. I realized. So what I was afraid of was instead of Enduring Renewal, that my opponent might be running, what's the name of that card? No, not Chandra, her mom. I forget. But the one where you have to take 3 damage or whatever to stop stuff from going to the graveyard. So at this point, I'm like, yeah, okay, I need to start doing stuff now. Chances are the opponent does not have surgicals. So, go ahead and do the Inquisition, see what I can figure out. And the only target I can grab is that Galvanic Blast. So I do. I think my opponent thought I was going to do it during Renewal, but I can't target that, so. So with that, I knew the infinite combo was coming. So I went ahead and did the Pithing Needle now. on grinding station. And now that I knew my opponent did not have surgical extraction in hand, I'd start milling myself. I have Academy Ruins, so I figured all I need is one more artifact, and the Opal will be online. Well, actually, I already have Opal online, don't I? Yeah, the Opal will be online, and I'll just Ruins back anything I need. So yeah, Master of Ethereum. It's like, oh, here comes some beats. I gotta hurry to get that bridge. I get Abrupt Decay, and I figure I'll wait until my opponent attacks with Master. I also named Cranial Plating because that was the biggest threat other than Arcbound Ravager. Because Arcbound Ravager, my opponent could like constantly sack Ornithopters to it, and then sack it and put an attack with infinite stuff. But I figured if my opponent had Arcbound Ravager, then in response I could do the Cranial Plating. Or I could Abrupt Decay or whatever. Go ahead and get that Inventor's Fair, because I'm going to need that pretty bad. Now right here, I totally missed it. That Edge Champion is supposed to be in the graveyard. Because Enduring Renewal says if he's going to draw a creature, it's got to go to the graveyard instead. Same thing with this Ornithopter here. But I missed it. And opponent's got to play with this hand revealed too. But my needles have cut off everything. Yeah, opponent forgot to show me the other grinding station they drew. So I was gonna fair for a bridge, but it turns out I don't need to. I just draw one, and that buys me all sorts of time. So since I have Codex Shredder, all I gotta do is go grab a lantern. Yeah. Lantern Shredder. Uh-oh. One sec. Hello? Yes. Okay, what's your name? Can you spell that? Oh, gotcha. Alright, thank you. Bye. Sorry, everybody. I'm muster PO today. So, anyways, so yeah, I control my opponent's draw as the game is over, for the most part. I did have to worry in case they were doing Abrupt Decay in the side. But, let's see. There we go. Good. And there's a Padim on top. And Padim is going to make it so that I don't lose to Abrupt Decay or anything, really. And that'll be it. I mean, game's over at this point. And go ahead and start, yeah. I draw extra cards now, too, because of Padim. Yeah, it's not a bad thing going on. I'm milling myself to try to dig into mill rocks. I can go ahead and sack the fair and get a mill rock too. I like the bell because now I can use I can mill freely with the bell and ruin stuff back as well. Yeah, stirrings for more. Just milling like crazy now. Let me get rid of this. Now my opponent, this is where I remembered what Enduring Renewal says, and I had to remind my opponent that actually Memnite goes to the graveyard. My opponent doesn't get to draw at all because Enduring Renewal is a replacement effect. So, yeah, opponent puts back and then concedes. Alright. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so game 3. I wasn't sure what my opponent was going to side, if they were going for the fast route or for the combo route. But either way, my same sideboard should work fine. Opponent mulligans into this. Yeah, it's not a bad hand. They need another mana. But I have double needle and Padim, so I can Stirrings for a bridge. When I saw the Vault Scourge, that's when I realized that they set it out the Enduring Renewal combo and started going with the Vault Scourge, or the All-Out combo instead. So I go ahead and I name Plating, just in case. I name Ravager, and yeah, just in case I name the Blasting Station. So I got all my bases covered. Yeah. I was going to Stirrings for a bridge, but I ended up drawing one instead. I was really not sure here if I should wait and play Padim first, in case they had artifact removal, or if I should play bridge now, just in case my opponent is able to do some sort of Alpha Strike next turn. Because all they would have needed is 9 more damage, and there's another 5, well, yeah, I guess 5 right there. Well, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 5 more damage and I'd be dead. I was like, I'll just play bridge first. Because worst case scenario, they kill my bridge, I Stirrings for another one. In best case scenario, I play Padim. And now that I have Padim out, I know I'm safe. I mean, they have to kill Padim and then kill bridge. And I figure they can't do it. I could block here, but I was afraid they had some sort of removal. So go ahead and Stirrings, and get a Mill Rock, and then play my Lantern. And game's over. I go ahead and, double draw there instead of milling with the bell during my upkeep. And Padim is really increasing the speed here because I'm drawing into extra cards. And I'm putting artifacts back on top. That way I can play out my hand. So so I don't draw 2 lanes in a row. I do believe at some point here I do draw 2 lands in a row, but yeah. Yeah, an opponent concedes. Alright. So easy day.